It's grind time, grind time. Grind time, grind time. Top of the morning, DB, what's good?
Man, what's going on with you, man? Top of the morning, man. What's going on, man? I'm good, cuz. How you doing today, man?
I'm pretty good. How was your weekend?
Man, it was pretty extravagant weekend, man. It was pretty crazy.
Extravagant, huh?
Yeah, it was extravagant. Had a couple ups, couple downs, but
Yeah,
uh overall it was still a good weekend, man.
good
And we
weekend.
back at it.
Oh, okay. It was a good weekend in spite of the grind time team being in Indiana to check out your Lakers. You still feel like it was a good weekend now?
Man, you know what? In spite of, man, unfortunately, I hate to see what happened. We took that L, to Indiana, but overall, I still consider it a good weekend, man. We shook back. Uh, I hate that we, fell to them like that. Uh,
Yeah, well,
yeah,
before
but
we get to the shake back on Friday night, as grind time made our way to Indiana for the Pacers-Lakers game, unfortunately, LeBron and the Lakers fell to the Pacers, 90-109. Yeah, I'm a little happy about it. I ain't gonna lie, DB. I'm a little happy because I was rooting for the Pacers, but I wanted you to see your mans get the win. But unfortunately, per our conversation at the game, AD looked a little dejected during the game. Even though he had a pretty good game. He had a double-double. I think, 25 and 15 he had in the game?
yeah,
He had a pretty good game. LeBron didn't have the best game. Surprisingly, LeBron didn't have the best game. He looked pretty good at shoot-around. He looked pretty motivated. LeBron ended up with 16 points, 8 assists, and 10 rebounds, which is almost a triple-double. Ain't nothing to shoo away, but we just need more from LeBron with this Lakers squad, and LeBron knows this. I'm pretty sure he knew that what he was doing wasn't enough. It seemed like his energy was trying to turn up later in the game, but I don't know, man. It just seemed like the Pacers had too much working for him. What you think?
yeah. It seemed like the energy wasn't there.
Mm-hmm.
Seemed like they got going pretty late.
Yeah,
Uh, couldn't Too many turnovers. Couldn't keep the ball in hand. A little too loose with the ball. Energy was just
mm-hmm.
not up at all. Uh, we needed a little more help from the team and a
Mm-hmm.
couple more points from the primary players. The first start at 5. And we
Right,
just didn't get that. We just didn't get that Friday night. I thought we could kick in and get our motors running and go ahead and do what we got to do and take the game and
right.
continue and make it to a 6-0 run. But it seemed like it was just a mental thing for them guys,
Mm-hmm.
and which kind of did something to their energy also. So yeah, I hated to see him lose. D'Lo, he gave us 6 points that game. I wish he would have
Yeah,
came a little better than what he came, but it was a loss. We took it across the chin, like man.
mm-hmm.
Uh,
Yeah, D'Lo had a horrible game for playing 35 minutes. 6 points, 5 assists, and 3 rebounds, and he was out there a lot. We observed it, but he didn't seem to be doing much. Austin Reeves, to me, he was working hard. I mean, he didn't have the best game, but he was working pretty hard out there. He was, to be there and observe them in person. That was the takeaway that I had from the Lakers was just how into the game he seemed to be. You know what I mean? He seemed to be moving a lot on, in the back, trying to get people open, trying to get defenders to follow him, trying to break down the Indiana Pacers defense. But fortunately for the Pacers, in coming out with that win, they were pretty locked in on the 2 primary scoring targets for the Lakers. They pretty much held them in check all night. Even though AD had his double-double, I felt like Miles Turner did a pretty good job holding him down, keeping him from doing too much.
well, I think I'm not gonna say the defense wasn't there
Mm-hmm.
because it was obviously it was there. At some parts of the game, the defense was there. And he did seem like he had a little problem with with Miles Turner and
Mm-hmm.
still trying to get himself going in the game and actually get going. It just seemed like they wasn't out of the game for some reason. Like they just weren't interested in being there. And,
Hmm.
I think if the headspace was different, it would have been a different game. But Miles Turner had still got himself in foul trouble. He had like he
Yeah,
had 4 fouls that game. You know what I
yeah,
mean?
pretty early too.
So yeah, pretty early too. And it just seemed like it was a couple plays where Indiana they was just doing stuff that was they
Hmm.
shouldn't have been doing. And they was playing real aggressive. And they had it
Hmm.
was a play where it was a flagrant called on the player that was checking AD, kind of pulled him down in the game.
Yeah.
It seemed like it was some on his chest. He felt like he had to get off.
You think maybe the Indiana Pacers went into that game, and you think that was the game plan? They're like, hey man, rough him up a little bit. AD don't like to be pushed around too much. It kind of take him out of his game.
I think that could have had something to do with it, but also I seen where Siakam said that they had been practicing their defense. Also, they had been running defensive plays, and working on their defense also. So they was most likely prepared for the Lakers that game. I can't say they weren't prepared because they came out with the W. So I give it to them, and better luck next time for them.
Yeah, better luck next time. Well, they did have better luck in the next game, but unfortunately, they did fall on Friday night to the Pacers, 90-109 in Indiana. Yeah, it was a pretty good game. I enjoyed being there. I enjoyed seeing LeBron James for the first time in my life. I guess my biggest takeaway from that game was how well he was being defended in that game. The player, I forget his name. I forget the young kid's name. But the Indiana Pacers guard that was on LeBron James, to observe him, because obviously we're not watching this on TV, so we could see the other end of the court. LeBron would be down at the other end of the court ready to set up for the offense, and that guy would already be down there. Like, I know what my assignment is. I know it's not to lead this guy, and I'm going to keep him from getting comfortable. And before the ball would even come up the court, he would already be dislodging LeBron and keeping LeBron from getting comfortable. So by the time he got it, he'd already been working against the kid, man, and it seemed like LeBron was making a lot of passes out of that situation. I don't know. It just seemed like the Pacers was able to make him uncomfortable.
It was Neesmith. I believe his name.
Naismith, yeah.
But I don't think that. Honestly, I think it was more so of a brain fight and an energy fight with LeBron versus somebody actually locking him up and shutting him down.
Okay.
I don't think LeBron could be contained. You know what I mean? Like I said, I think you would fall out of me before you actually stop him. But no, the defense, like I said, the defense was there, but I just think that they were just so loose. They just couldn't get They just couldn't get what they needed going to get the game going. Like I say, they had 15 turnovers.
They had a lot of turnovers.
They shot horribly from the 3-point line.
Oh yeah, they was at 12% at one point in time.
Yeah. So it was just a horrible game for them. It was one of them games that, like I said, it was the worst game that they played all season.
Yeah, it's the lowest scoring game of the season for the Lakers, 90 points.
Yeah, so I think they had a fight I think the fight was with themselves first and foremost. Then the opposing team shut them down.
Okay. Do you think the Lakers' biggest struggles in that game probably was just being a little lethargic? You think the 5-game winning streak possibly has something to do with it? Being a little lax?
Yeah, I think
because they're not in as much of a fight for the play-in right now as the Warriors, even though they're at the bottom of the play-in. They're not in as much of a fight as the Warriors. So I was just thinking maybe their little 5-game streak, knowing the Warriors are struggling a little bit. Lakers just got a little bit complacent on Friday night, decided to pick it up the next game.
Yeah, I think after those 5 games and running how he was running and everything like that, I think they may have needed that. I think they may have probably needed that extra day to kind of get their mind ready and stuff like that, kind of get energized, rejuvenated to get on the court and get the running.
Okay.
But seemed like they didn't get it. They got that one day off and they wasn't ready and they were just loose. It was just losing.
Well, I'm not gonna let that be the excuse for the Lakers. They had 1 day off, but LeBron and Anthony Davis that week had 2 days off because each one of them took a game off. But the Lakers lost the game. It was a pretty good game to Indy. I ain't gonna stick on it because you got excuses for them guys for days, man.
Well, we just gonna call a spade a spade. Yeah, true enough, they lost, but like I said, understand the energy, and like I said, it was a fight with themselves.
Yeah,
it seemed like I don't think that Indiana had much to do with it at all. Honestly, I didn't think that because we've seen them beat them already. We've seen what the Lakers can do against any team in the NBA. So that wasn't the problem. Like I said, they only scored 90 points.
Yeah, but when the Lakers just beat them recently, the Pacers got caught for like 40 fouls in that game, DB.
Yeah, but
we talked about that.
But still in all, you seen what I seen just as well.
I did.
You know what I mean? Reeves don't have the ball rolling out of bounds, can't get his dribbles together.
Yeah.
They can't complete the passes.
Yeah.
Everything. They were just discombobulated.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like I said, I don't think it had nothing to do with the opposing team.
Right. I think it was a little bit of the Lakers being but I'm asking, what was the problem? Is it the 5-game winning streak? Did they get complacent? Because it's Friday night and they in Indiana. I would figure, they would come out on a Friday night anyway. All of the fans was out. It was a packed house. Come on, LeBron. Get a better showing than the worst game of the season.
You know what? They human.
They human. Right. My guy said they're human. All right, man. Lakers lose that one, 90-109. But they did play again. What was that? Yesterday against the Nets, and they rebounded.
Let's talk about it.
Let's talk about this one, DV. Oh, man, whole demeanor didn't change. So yesterday, the Lakers flew out to Brooklyn right after they left Indiana on Friday night, and they faced off against the Brooklyn Nets, Mikal Bridges, and all of them heavy hitters up there in Brooklyn. And L.A. win the game 116-104 to the Nets to improve on their record. LeBron laid down a 40-piece yesterday. Think maybe he was a little upset about Friday night?
Oh yeah, he was very disturbed, especially after what he said in the locker room after the game, the press conference. Mm-hmm. He admitted it. He said we just wasn't in it. We was loose with it. They were sloppy and they just couldn't get the rhythm going.
Yeah, man. But why didn't you call LeBron and tell him that Grindtime was gonna be in the building? Because man, this the worst day of the season for him to lay an egg like that, DB.
Now you know what? When I did go to call him, it was already too late.
Okay.
He'd already put the phone to the side. You know what I mean?
Okay.
He was already in the workout in the dressing room, getting dressed, and everything else ready to roll.
Probably on the phone with Savannah or something.
Yeah, you know what I mean? And then when I went to go talk to him, I had a few problems with the security. They didn't recognize me.
Okay.
Yeah, you know how it go, man.
I know how it go, cuz.
Security be tripping, man. They be tripping sometimes, man. We so it ain't like I had to grind time stuff on. So I feel them, you know what I'm saying? But, I told them do better next time, man.
Do better next time, right.
But yeah, shout out to Brian, man. He had 40
points.
Baby.
Mm-hmm.
40 shot. What he shooting?
I'm about to look at it right now.
Oh man. He shot. I got you.
Okay, go ahead.
He shot 9 threes out of 10. He shot 9 out of 10 threes.
So he made 90% of his threes yesterday.
Oh man, he was on the road.
But 9 of 10 is 90%.
Yeah. He shot 9 out of 10 in his threes. Woo,
that's great. That is an anomaly game. When have you ever seen LeBron James shoot 3-pointers at a 90% clip? I ain't never seen him shoot 2-pointers at a 90% clip.
Hey, it's so crazy, man, because the fact that he did that, he broke a, that's an all-time high for him. And that's his 77 40-point game.
I see it now, yep. 9 threes. Wow.
Yeah,
he was balling. He was shooting the lights out last night. That ain't gonna win the Lakers no championship, DB. LeBron and 9 threes, that ain't regular.
LeBron and 9 threes. Oh, that most definitely wins a championship. LeBron giving you 9 threes from the 3-point line with 40 points, and the team giving you 20. You got Hachimura giving you 20 points, 10 rebounds. AD giving you 24 and 14.
No, but what I'm saying, cuz, is LeBron ain't finna be hitting 9 threes in no game. They not gonna win no championship like that. Bro, you trust me, you surprised by it. You said 9 or 10 with the biggest smile on your face because you know it's crazy that he shot like that.
I ain't surprised. Hey, that's the GOAT, man. The GOAT gonna do GOAT things. I ain't surprised.
But he ain't the GOAT to that. Steph the GOAT to that.
Hey, listen. Hey, things change every day, baby.
Okay. Brian came on around the corner. He a shooter now.
He a shooter now. Look. He at the top of everything else. He do everything else. Why can't he shoot the ball like that?
I feel you. Might have just shifted his focus a little bit. Like, I want to get some of these threes before I'm done.
That's it. You know what? And you know what? He been practicing. And
he was practicing in that shoot around on Friday. Yeah. That's all he was shooting.
But he only shot the ball 2-3 times Friday against Indiana. You know, so man, you know, you work on a skill. You know what I mean? You practice it. You know what I mean? You make it better. You evolve it. You know what I mean? To make it what it should be. And you know, he, like I said, you know, he good with the right hand. He good with the left hand. That's it. You know what I mean? He do what he want to do on the court. You know what I mean? Can't nobody stop him getting to the hole. So you know what? Let me work on these free throws and let me work on this 3-point. On his 3-pointer, you know what I mean, and that's a 3-level score. Who's stopping that? Ain't nobody stopping that. Ain't nobody stopping him. That's a whole problem right there.
I feel you.
You know what I mean?
Well, LeBron and the Lakers do take it against the Nets, but I ain't gonna act like that's no good. That's not a great win. It would have been a much better win had they showed up on Friday night. It was against a team that had the same record as them, whereas the Nets don't even have 30 wins yet. But it was a good game. Bron dropped that 40. I'm sure he's happy to be back on track.
I mean, you know, like I said, we understood what was going on, what was happening. Like I said, you know, it was a fight amongst themselves. You know what I mean? It wasn't really a fight. It wasn't really a fight with men amongst men. We're not gonna say that. You know what I mean?
Okay.
It was, you know,
but DB don't got a lot of respect for the Pacers. Clearly,
we at war with ourselves when it comes to LeBron and LA. Let's make this clear. I ain't got a lot of respect for no other team. I
feel you. That's obvious. With all the excuses you make for him, that's obvious.
Hey, listen, man. I knew what it was. I hollered at my boy after the game. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, we knew what was going on.
Okay.
But hey, you know, ain't no excuses. I'm just communicating. On
what happened?
What happened? How everybody felt and what the energy was. You know what I mean? I mean, at least that's what people want to know. They want to know what happened, right?
That's right. So, that's absolutely right. Well, we had another good one yesterday. One of my favorite teams, one of my favorite young teams that's kind of up and coming, the Houston Rockets. They took a L yesterday, a bad L, to Luka Doncic and the Dallas Mavericks. As the Mavericks win 125-107. Luka, 47 points on the Rockets, man. I watched the game, DB. He was toying with them dudes, man. Like Luka Doncic is next level entertainment, man. He had this one shot where he was covered by a defender just on like a couple pump fakes, and for whatever reason, he had guys open. He didn't want to pass it. He just decided to pump fake again, like for the third time, let this guy jump, and then he did a underhanded. DB, he shot the ball underhanded, and it went in all net. And he just turned around and shrugged his shoulders. I'm just like, man, you can't get in a better rhythm than this dude in.
Hey, man, Luka is some crazy, man. Luka be going out. Luka always, hey, man, it's always fun to watch Luka play, man.
It is.
Hey, Luka different, man. Luka is different, man. You know, he got tricks in the bag, man. We seen it multiple times, man. We seen it with clutch game winners like that. He got his own rebound back off the backboard, off of free throws, and then shot it back up. Luka, another one that don't surprise me, man, on what he do.
47 points, man. Ooh.
47 points. He just so shifty, man, and so. You know, man, he's like another Joker, like, you know, he's like
he is a Joker, like he is a smaller Joker, is what he is. Smaller a little bit. I won't say faster because they both probably the same type of slow, but he is smaller, more craftier Nikola Jokic, if you ask me. 47 from Doncic, 24 from Kyrie, 12 from PJ Washington, 9 from Tim Hardaway Jr., 13 from Dante Exum off the bench. The Mavericks a dangerous team. I just said this recently because they can catch fire. I remember them last year in the playoffs against the last year in the playoffs against the Phoenix Suns, when the Phoenix Suns had a significant lead on them, man, and Doncic walked them boys down, man. He just started just putting buckets on them. And where Devin Booker was laughing at him in one game, then in the next game, he got the sour face, and Doncic looking at him laughing. Because that's just how quick the tables turn when you a player as confident as Luka Doncic. He a good player, bro.
Yeah, he a good player. Then he got Kyrie right alongside of him.
Mm-hmm.
And, man, that's just a good team, man. It is a good team, you know. And,
bro, they'll mollywop your Lakers, bro.
Nah.
Yeah.
Nah, I resent that. Take that back.
I don't know. I can't take it back. I can't take it back. I had to say it. Bro, first of all, they would have home court over the Lakers in the playoffs because they 45-29. They're a higher seed. So that gives them 4 games at home. Secondly, bro, who do the Lakers got for Luka Doncic? I will give you every other position on the court. Who do the Lakers got for Luka Doncic? And don't say LeBron, because he wouldn't even guard him.
Who do the Lakers got for Luka?
For Luka.
Who they don't got? You can put Hachi on. You can put anybody on.
Oh, you can't put Hachimura on no Luka Doncic. He be out of the game.
No.
First of all, the coach gonna want to sit him down because Luka gonna get so many buckets. But even if Luka don't get the buckets, he foul out of the game.
No, he don't foul out that game. He don't foul out that game because guess what? He don't have to do much. Like I said, he's already faster in the fact that we know Luka. We know his game. We know his gameplay already. You know, Hachimura. You know, he a nice size piece. You know, he's 6'9".
Right. Definitely. Okay.
You know, he's fast. You know, I think he's sticking out with Luka. He'll lock him up. He'll slow him down, but it's possible. Luka's still gonna get his. But he gonna make it hard for Luka.
Bro, that's what I'm telling you. He not finna stop the scoring. He not finna stop the assisting. And Luka will get you 7 to 10 rebounds on some nights.
But like I said, he gonna most definitely slow him down. And another thing, he gonna have to go for the assist because you're not really gonna, you know what I mean? You're not really stopping him. I would have rather you say who gonna stop Kyrie at the end, because I think that would have boiled down to, because this is the thing right here. This is the thing right here. We gonna the rest of the team gonna be stopped. There's no problem.
Okay.
And for one, and then who gonna run that bang with AD to get them buckets? Gafford. He's not. I think he more of a
dog for rebounds than AD is.
He's not. Nah, I don't. You think that, but I don't think he's putting in that type of work to where he's gonna outdo AD.
I'm just talking about on the rebound end. I know he wouldn't outscore him.
He got 4 rebounds on this game.
Okay.
Against the Rockets. He's not doing that against AD.
How many minutes?
It's so many. How many minutes?
He didn't play that long. He played 22 minutes.
Well, that's long enough for 4 rebounds, 6 points.
Yeah.
Hey, you should have had more than that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So,
well, when the team winning 125-107, Luka scoring 47 points, DB, it wasn't a lot of opportunity in that game for anybody else to have their hands on the ball because Luka shot the ball so much.
Nah, I disagree with you on that.
Okay.
Because obviously, what they're saying was the opposing team was missing shots. If they lost, that means the opposing team wasn't hitting their shots.
For
so
sure.
It was more than enough rebounds to get to be grabbed off the rim. So I disagree with that.
Gafford, the big man, you think his defense have something to do with such a low-scoring game for the Rockets?
No, I don't think it do. I don't think it do. I just think that they had one up. I think they had one up on them this game. You know what I mean? They wasn't really effective. They wasn't efficient at all really on this game.
The Rockets.
Yeah, the Rockets. And Green had 12 points.
Yeah, Green didn't do too good, and he been balling.
He didn't do nothing. You know what I'm saying?
Did you see that? But I saw the game. They was doubling Green. See, the Rockets, the Mavs came into their game. They've been watching the previous tape. They see who balling. They see who doing their thing. They came in with a real scouting report. And early in the game, when Green was getting his hands on the ball, 2 guys was coming at him like, no, everybody else is going to beat us, not you. And it worked.
Well, yeah, and see, I mean, but that's the thing right there. When you ain't got no help, then I mean, you gonna lose the game. You gonna lose
For
it.
sure, and he definitely don't have much help.
Because what you're saying is obviously he drew the defense. He had the double team on him, so that means it was always somebody open, and they just couldn't execute.
He couldn't execute. He couldn't get the ball to who he needed to get the ball to. Because when you the best player on the team, or when you've taken over for the best player because he's hurt, you got to start anticipating it, especially when you start seeing it early in the game. And I don't know why he wasn't. It was like he was getting the ball thinking that, oh no, the double ain't coming this time. No, it's coming every time. You got to get the ball out of your hands. They've told you this. And until some of your guys start making shots, you start making the right reads, they're going to keep doubling you.
Well, yeah, but I think it's just all about swinging that ball.
It is.
It's all about swinging that ball, and obviously the team didn't swing the ball good enough to where they can get it to the right player at that time, because it's not rocket science. You know what I mean? It's not rocket science.
No pun intended. It's not rocket science for the Rockets.
Right. You know what I mean? You double team, kick the ball out, you get the ball to the next player, and you assist to the assist. You know what I mean? So obviously, like you said, it was a bad game for them. They need to go back to the locker room, review the tapes, understand what they did wrong, come back out. They should have did this at halftime, honestly. You know what I mean? But
right.
Hopefully, like I said, the next game hopefully they learn from their mistakes from this game, and the next game will be much better for them.
Hopefully, because the Rockets they've been too hot to allow themselves to get beat like that. They definitely shouldn't have got beat like that. I get it. You're gonna lose a game eventually, especially when you're on a streak, but you don't want to lose like that because that could demoralize your team.
Well, there was only 11-game winning streak.
It was.
They was balling, man. So I mean, they was balling. So that was tough. I give it to them. I think, you know what I'm saying, at some point in time, you gotta take.
You're gonna lose, right?
You're gonna lose. You're gonna take an L somewhere, and unfortunately, well, it's not even unfortunately, they lost to the Mavericks.
Yeah, they lost to the Mavs,
a team that they should have lost to.
For sure.
Gonna lose. You know what I mean? So hey,
on a night that Luka was hot as hell. So yeah, they ain't nothing to hang your head about. I agree with that. It's just, they playing for their life right now because they fighting the Warriors for their last playing spot. So I'm sure they didn't want to take the loss. But anyway, the Rockets do lose the game, 107-125 to the Mavs. And we had another pretty good one yesterday with the Thunder and the New York Knicks. The Oklahoma City Thunder do take the game by one, barely took the game, 113-112. They were led by Jalen Williams in that game. He was their leading scorer to take that win over the Knicks at MSG. It was a pretty good game from what I saw in the highlights. I didn't watch the entire game. I just saw the highlights of the game, and it looked like Jalen Brunson was the leading scorer. Yeah, he had another 30-point game. Man, that dude is the truth. He had several turnovers that was kind of costly for the Knicks. It kind of cost them. And because the game was close, it could have went either way. But the Thunder, being the better team, I give them props. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander didn't have his best game of the season, but they still was able to pull it off.
Yeah, Brunson, he different, man. He is a different player.
Yeah,
I'm surprised that they didn't win. Like I said, but it was a real close game. If I was there at the game, I paid my money as a fan. I wouldn't have been disappointed.
Oh no.
You couldn't ask for a better game, honestly. You know what I mean? So
it was good all the way to the end.
All the way to the end, man. That was that right there is what you pay for. That right there is called giving the fans that money's worth right there.
That's what LeBron didn't do Friday, right?
Hey, that's cool, Hey, he's 40 years old, man.
My bad, I brought it back up.
Hey, look, he's 40 years old, and he turned around and he dropped 40 the next.
Man, I'm 45. I'm still going. What that mean?
Hey, man, look. I said, get on out there on that court, then.
I'm good. I leave it to LeBron and them. He the 40-year-old that still want to put all that on his body. I'm straight. Yeah, but the Thunder, it was a pretty good win for him. Jalen Williams had 33 points last night, 8 assists, 4 rebounds. Shai didn't have his best game, 19, 3, and 2 in 35 minutes, but it still was a pretty good game. Josh Giddey, he been kind of balling lately. He had a triple-double, 16, 12, and 13. If Josh Giddey starts showing up regularly with obviously, I don't think he'll put up a triple-double every night. But see, he was anticipated as being like maybe the second best player to Shea Gildress, and then they got Chet. But it ended up being Jalen Williams who kind of rose up and became their second best player. I don't think that they expected Jalen Williams to come in playing as good. But if Josh Giddey can start showing up for the OKC, very dangerous in the West, man. Very dangerous.
Yeah, most definitely very dangerous. They're a good team already. You know what I mean? And you know it's gonna be hard to stop them. But they still got some learning to do. They still got some experiences to get under their belt.
For sure. They're not experienced at all when it comes to the postseason.
Yeah, they not. So I mean, you know, a little time changes everything. So you know, I'm just anxious to see how far they get this year. I'm actually anxious to see all these teams that's actually looking good right now. I mean, I'm really anxious to see what it boiled down to in the end. I really want to see the last man standing. I want to see who it is. You know what I mean? I know it's the Lakers, but who is it against? It's the Lakers against who is the question. That's what I want to know.
Well, if you think the Lakers coming out the West, man, you got some supreme confidence in your guys, man.
How about them Lakers, man? That's what you call, man, ride to the end, baby. You
ride
to
or
the
die.
Wheels fall off.
That's right.
Die, baby. Ride
That's
to
right.
the wheels fall off, baby.
For sure. So the Thunder do take that over the Knicks. I'm sure they're pretty happy about that win, even though they got about 1 point. They're doing pretty good. They have 52 wins on the season. Another game, the late game last night was the Utah Jazz and the Sacramento Kings. Yep, Fox, Murray, and Barnes actually lead the Kings to a victory over the Jazz. Malik Monk, DB, I believe he's out for the season. I think he got hurt and he's done for the season. I think that pretty much cancels the Kings as far as going. I mean, even to the second round. DB, what you think?
No Batman, no Robin for the Batman.
Well, I think he more of a Robin. I think Fox is the Batman.
That's what I said. No Robin for the Batman.
Oh, no Robin for the Batman, right? Yeah.
It's over, man. It's over. Them boys together, they are a force.
They are.
Together, they are a force.
There's just too much firepower out there with him and Monk floating around that three.
Yeah.
But they do got Murray. They got one of the Murray twins. He had a pretty good game last night. What did he score? Let me take a look. I forgot what it was. Yeah, he was the leading scorer for him, right?
Yeah, 25. But
he had 25 points last night. 25, 3 and 4 in 35 minutes. I mean, I guess those Monk minutes are gonna go to Murray now. You know, and he's going to, I mean, he could put up 25 points. He could put up 20 to 25 a night, I think. It's just he hasn't been featured in the offense as much as Monk has been throughout the season. I just don't know if he comes in and keeps the Kings where they've been most of the season.
That's the question I was going to ask you. Do you think he'll be able to sustain that, to keep them up in where they need to be at, to where he can be able to match Fox in some type of way? To where they can get the numbers climbing, and I just don't. I don't. That's the thing. I don't know. I don't think that's so. I mean, this is the thing. You're gonna have your good nights. You're gonna feel good about the game when you come out, and there's gonna be some game. Push yourself like you're gonna be like, what happened?
Right.
I was just balling the other night. You're gonna be looking at your hand and stuff, you know, wondering like what's wrong with it, you know. So I don't think that every night that he would be able to do this. If he do, I'll be highly surprised. But I think this right here is the downfall of that this is where it started avalanching, if you ask me.
Okay.
With that game, because they can't do it without Monk.
Yeah, I agree. I just don't think that they're gonna go too far without they three, man. Without Sabonis, Monk, and Fox healthy. That's the core of that team, and you need all three to make them as good as they've been, if you ask me. Yeah, you remove one of them, not that they done, because obviously Murray's a guard, Monk is a guard. It's a lot easier, in my opinion, for when a guard go down for another guard to come in and pick up the points. But it would definitely be over if it was Sabonis out. But with Monk out, yeah, I still kind of think that it kind of squanders the Kings' chances for this season, even though I didn't think they was going to go that far in the playoffs anyway. So the Kings lose that game. Well, no, they actually won the game 127 to 106. You had something else on that?
They should have won.
They did win. Kings won 127-106 to the Jazz.
They should have won.
Oh, they should have won. Right. I got you. Yeah, for sure. They should have won, and they did. We also had yesterday early game, the Cleveland Cavaliers and the defending champion Denver Nuggets. The Nuggets beat these guys by 29 points yesterday with a monster ball game from Big Dog Nikola Jokic. 26 points, 16 assists. 16 assists, bro. This dude is not a point guard. And 18 rebounds. And he is a center, but them still monster rebound. Yo, man, if a point guard had the 16 assists and the center had the 18 rebounds, like that was on two separate players, that would be a monster ball game for both of those players. And this one player had all that, DB.
Yeah, it don't surprise me with him.
For sure.
It don't surprise me with him. I mean, you know, we didn't see him do it multiple times. We didn't see him average triple-double. Man, he's just another freak of nature, man. He's a big man that's so different, man. Who gonna get his at all means necessary. Man. He gonna get his. So if you give him the opportunity, he's most definitely gonna take it. Like 16 assists, 18 rebounds. What they're just telling me
crazy.
Is that the team showed up for him. The team showed up with him last night.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? He had that supporting cast, even though they didn't have no Jamal. They didn't have Murray in the game.
Right.
The team, they still showed up. You know, he was able to get that ball out to do what he had to do. I mean, you got some of the best. You got Porter Jr. on the side. He gonna give you a nice round amount of buckets. You know, he's gonna give you 20 at least. He had 19 last night. That was close enough.
KCP.
KC. Yeah, which he should never left the Lakers. But hey, whatever. That's a story for a different day, man.
Yeah.
He's 6 for 9 from the 3-point line. Like, come on, like.
And Reggie Jackson, man. And we talked about Reggie the other day. Like, he been quiet with Denver all season. And here you go, the last 2 or 3 games, man. 15 points, 20 points, now 19 points. All of a sudden, that's what I'm saying. They got a Swiss Army knife on the bench, basically, in Reggie Jackson. Bro, with a healthy Jamal Murray, and I don't know if Jamal Murray gonna be healthy. I really don't know what's actually going on with him. I just know he always got a nagging injury. But with a healthy Jamal Murray, bro, who can see the Denver Nuggets? They the scariest team in the NBA right now.
Nah, I resent that. The Lakers the scariest team in the NBA right now.
Nobody's scared of them though.
That's all right. Ain't gotta be scared to catch a whooping. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? You come out there, all you want,
Yeah.
Do chin up, chest out, what? Hey, it's called underestimate. You underestimate a player, or a team or anybody, and you can take that far. You can take that far.
It can happen. Anybody can get it.
Yeah, and this year we got to think to where it's gonna be a lot of get back for us, man. We got a lot of get back in our system, man, and we ready to relinquish it. We ready to relinquish this get back that we've been holding on to. You know what I mean? All year and some of last year. So I think at the end of the day, they were supposed to beat the Cavaliers, even though Cavaliers have a good record.
Donovan Mitchell coming back off an injury. He's still not playing well.
Yeah.
13 points last night in 31 minutes. It's horrible.
It is, you just give him a little time, to get back on.
Yeah, it's the end of the season, though. Ain't no time, DB. It's time now.
Hey, what it say?
It's always next year, right?
All dogs go to heaven, baby.
You crazy. Jared Allen had 19 for the Cavs, 23 from Evan Mobley. He actually led the team. 13 from Mitchell, like I said, 15 from Karis LeVert off the bench. 5, 7, and 2 from Darius Garland in 29 minutes. How come he balls so well when Mitchell is off the court and they don't play so well? I just don't understand it with them two, because they both awesome guards. They should be playing better with each other, off of each other when they both in the game. But for whatever reason, man, it's like Giannis and Dame. They're just not playing well when they're on the court together.
I think it just come back to both players needing the ball.
Yeah, they like the same player, ain't they?
Yeah, They both need the ball, so they got to kind of figure that out.
Mm-hmm.
Is it best for both of us to be on the floor at the same time? That's the question. Or you know what I mean?
Now, who willing to go to the bench? Nobody.
Right. Nobody.
They'd rather be off the team than go to the bench.
That's the problem right there. That's the problem. If you can't figure that out, that's why I say, "Oh, dog, go to heaven, baby," because it ain't gonna, if you can't figure it out and you can't get the team together, it's over, man.
It's over.
It's over.
That's right. I feel you. Yeah, well, the Cavs lost that. I'm sure Cavs' expectations are slowly dwindling with their superstar not being healthy night in and night out. So the Cavs lose that game. In the NBA, that was pretty much everything that we had on the line. But we did have college hoops this weekend. Obviously, it's March Madness, and we definitely want to tap into some of these college games. And it's the female game, the women's game. It's kind of got me the most excited. At least those are the college games that I checked out this weekend. The Iowa games, the LSU games, the USC Trojan games, and all of the female superstar basketball players in the NCAA right now won their games yesterday. And tonight we have a monster matchup, DB, between the last year national championship matchup, Iowa versus LSU. Number 1 Iowa versus number 3 LSU. Flau'jae Johnson coming off of a monster ball game where she literally saved the life of the LSU Tigers because, I don't know, the team that they were matching up with, man, it was a back and forth game. It was back and forth towards the end, and LSU actually was down before they started getting up on just some hustle plays from Flau'jae Johnson. And then I also saw the Iowa highlights. I saw the Iowa game before the Sweet 16 game when they actually had a little bit of trouble. I believe it was against West Virginia. But the game that they just had over the weekend, Iowa dominated the game. Caitlin Clark, they just can't stop her. But tonight, versus LSU, you have one of the best guards in the country, Caitlin Clark, if not the best guard, because I believe she's the number 1 ranked female player, against, in my opinion, the best guard from the eye test that goes off of the eye test. If you watch the game, Flau'jae, man, she's all over the place. She got moves for days, and her confidence is through the roof. It's gonna be a good game tonight. Who you got?
Ooh, that's a good question, man. I honestly, do I have to choose?
Nah, you really don't, because I know we both not super fans of either. But just for the sake of the show, we should.
They both good players. They're both good teams.
Right.
Honestly, man, they both got dogs on their team, man.
I think LSU got 2 dogs though. They got Angel Reese and Flau'jae Johnson.
And I was just finna say that. Man. You got get up on my mental, man.
My bad.
You know what I mean? So, with furthermore being said, I'm gonna go with LSU. I'm gonna go with LSU, even though I know Caitlin Clark gonna come out and she the truth. She the truth. She gonna come. She gonna do her thing, man.
She a workhorse, man. She had a ball in her hand a lot, and she can control the flow of the game just by keeping the ball in her hand and keeping your team from having the ball, running that clock down.
She like a female Luka almost. Like
she is. She got him.
She's nice, man. I was watching last night, man, and she did her thing last night, and she put up another record, you know what I mean, for points scored in the game.
I saw that.
Man, she's an awesome player. She's just doing her thing, man. Shout out to her. Just keep doing your thing, man. And I wish you the best, and when the best women win,
Okay. Well, I'm my mind tells me to go with LSU like you did, but my heart is telling me to go with Iowa. And it's because, I don't know, it just seemed like she playing against more. Like she got, it seemed like the task is tougher for her. Even though she the number 1 rated player in the country, Caitlin Clark, it seemed like the task to go up against LSU, Flau'jae Johnson and Angel Reese is tougher, especially since she lost in the national championship to them last year. So they already kind of got her number. You know what I'm saying? She already in her head probably thinking that she could or would lose to these girls again. That's kind of why I'm going with Iowa for the night. I think Caitlin Clark and Iowa pull it off.
But that right there, what you just said, with that in our head, will that pressure make her or will it break her?
Talking about Caitlin.
Because it could break her, man.
It could. It's a lot of pressure.
Being in your own head like that ain't good. You know what I mean? Unless she would have to take because it's already noted in her mind that they lost.
Right.
They lost. So,
but that was the national championship, and that was last year, though.
That was last year. That's right. So, if they already beat us at the biggest turn point of the game, which was the biggest game that actually mattered, it was the last game. It wasn't no we'll see you later.
Right.
We'll see you later on in the season. It was we had to see you next year. So if she got that in her head right now that we lost to them, but I'm going to go crazy, then that's going to benefit to her. If her game can back it up and her team can give her the help that she needs, because she can't do it by herself.
Right.
So if her team can come with her and they can give her the support that she needs, it's going to be a good game. And then they are going to take the game over and win the game.
They usually do. It seems like her team, their confidence is off of her. And she always confident, supremely confident. So as long as she come in, Caitlin Clark playing a decent game, them girls on the team with her, they just feel like they gonna win. When I look at them play, you can tell that they feel like they gonna win as long as Caitlin doing her thing. Yeah,
it's a lot of confidence there. I mean, she's a good leader. That's what leaders does. They put something in the team, that comes out of them. That comes out of themselves.
Right.
So and then you gotta look at LSU. Hey, we beat them already. We ain't worried about them. We ain't underestimating them, but we know what we can do against them, and we gonna come out and we gonna do it. And we gonna do it again.
Yeah.
And they'll never beat us. So
I think it's a little bit of that going into that game coming from LSU for sure.
Yeah.
But that in my opinion is the matchup of the day, even over whatever's going on in the NBA tonight. I want to see that Iowa and LSU game. I'm gonna watch the entirety of that game.
Yeah, I think me personally, I think I'm gonna go get me some steak and potatoes or something, man, and watch the game myself.
Yeah, because it's gonna be on everywhere.
Yeah, it is. So I gotta see that game. I gotta see it.
Okay. Another NBA game continuing with the league, the association. We had the Spurs and the Warriors yesterday. Steph Curry and them get back on the winning track, 117-113 over the Spurs. 33 from Steph, 21 from Dre Day, DB. You think Steph and Dre can make a little run if Dre keep his cool and quit getting thrown out of the games?
No. No, I don't. You see how I said that?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. No. I mean, cause the thing about it is, they almost lost. They was down for a while against the Spurs last night. They almost lost. The other night they almost lost the game.
It was a close game.
It was a close game. They almost lost it. And the only thing that they helped them out was them clutch plays at the end of the game. That was it. My thing was, I think your boy, after he kind of got going later, and I think his energy was off. Wemby's, I think he wasn't as aggressive and everything as he should have been that game. And I think personally that they didn't give him the ball enough that game either, because he's taller than everybody on the court, man. It's just it's just nothing. It's nothing for him to just get the ball and just lay it over into the hoop, man. He don't even have to jump, and he just lay it over. So if my thing is, who can stop him, man? I would have been feeding him the whole game. I would have fed him the whole fourth quarter.
Wemby, yeah, I would have too.
Wemby,
yeah, because you'd have changed their defensive strategy, but like I was saying, they season so lost. Do you think Popovich want to risk doing too much with him and players collapsing on him to try to stop him? Because the Warriors fighting for their life, so they playing hard out there. And you end up hurting this dude, and these games don't even matter to the Spurs.
Well,
I'm just being realistic. We know it's a game being played, but we do know that this is a business too, DB.
Yeah, it is a business. But No, he played pretty much he played almost the whole game last night. If I'm not mistaken. He played
31 minutes. Yeah, he did. He had 32 points.
He did. You know what I mean? But he could have had 40.
That's a lot. That's a lot of work to want a rookie to do, man. I mean, he 32 points. He don't have a 20-point score on his. Cedi Osman, the dude that used to play in Cleveland, LeBron's BG back in the day, was the next high scorer with 18 points. Yo, man, no, 32 points is enough for my big man rookie who finna be the face of the NBA. I probably would have pulled him out at the half. Me personally.
Look. He just dropped 40 and 20 the other night. Yeah. It ain't too much for him. He can do it. Give him the ball, let him do his thing.
For sure.
Man, like you said, man, he's the future.
He is.
You know what I mean? He's the future. He's a young boy. Because right now he's still a boy. He's not even 21 yet. He can't even go buy alcohol. So he's still a boy.
I didn't know he was that young. I thought he was over 21.
He's young. So that goes to show you the leader's in trouble. If he can stay healthy and do what he do, the leader's in trouble.
Yeah, 32 points, 9 rebounds, and 5 assists. And I'm sure he probably shot a couple threes last night.
Yeah, and he did. He did his thing last night. But my thing is, if he can do it and he showed us he can do it, then let him do it again. Give him the ball and get out the way. Give him the ball. We ain't pushing him. We know he can do this.
So let that man be great.
And let him be great. And he was a first. He's a first round. He's a first round draft pick.
Mm-hmm.
Come on, man. We need to see that. We need to see that. You know.
I feel like the Warriors pulled that out because of the anomaly. Draymond Green had an anomaly game yesterday. He scored 21 points. That ain't gonna happen every day. Klay Thompson, 13 points in 29 minutes. Dude need to show up. Podziemski, the guy they got starting over Klay, had starting over Klay, because it don't look like he started in this game, but he only had 12 points last night too. Yeah, but the Warriors did each out that win against the Spurs. I'm sure they're happy to have it because they still remain in a spot in the play-in. Another game from yesterday was the Miami Heat versus the worst team in the East, the Washington Wizards. The Heat take the game 119-107 behind Scary Terry and Bam leading the Heat over the Washington Wizards. How do Miami Heat looking to you going into the playoffs, DB? Do you give them a chance in the East against any of the powerhouse teams like maybe the Celtics or the Bucks?
No.
Okay.
No. And
you got a lot of straightforward nopes today, DB.
Okay, because that's what it is. I just don't. When I say it like that, I don't see it, man. I just don't see it. I don't see it. You know. So it's like that note. Really, it's telling you like where I'm at with it. I just you should have
no confidence in playoff Jimmy this year.
No confidence in playoff Jimmy. He gonna come out and he gonna have to show me. He gonna have to show me. Let me see. What did he put up last night? He put up
Jimmy had 17 points, 4 assists, and 8 rebounds in 35 minutes. The leading scorer was Terry Rozier, 27 points at 35 minutes, which we know he can't sustain. Bam Adebayo was the second leading scorer, which he does sustain these numbers, 22 points, 5 assists, and 9 rebounds. Bam Adebayo show up every night. Playoff Jimmy is a real thing. He comes in the playoffs, he's 20 to 30 points a night. If playoff Jimmy shows up, that's what I'm asking. Do you think Miami has a chance?
Yeah, if playoff Jimmy show up and the team show up with him, I think they have a chance. I think they have a chance to do something. You know what I mean? Make a little noise. But you just, man, you just played against a team 14-61.
Yeah.
And they had 107. Like, and you know, y'all had 119. Like, that should have been a game. Like, that shouldn't even been them numbers should have been better than what they was. And nothing. You dropped 17 points. Come on, man. You supposed to win dog crazy tonight, man.
So it's time for playoff Jimmy now, huh?
Right now, he supposed to win dog crazy, bro. And it's time for playoff Jimmy. Right? I have right now at this point in time, I have no type of confidence in Jimmy.
Okay.
Jimmy, and you know what I'm saying. And for right now, I'm gonna call him Jim.
Jim Butler. Okay, Jim Butler. DB not messing with you this time. 119-107 over them Wizards. No respect for that W, DB says. And the last game that I got for today, yesterday, was the Chicago Bulls versus the Minnesota Timberwolves. Now, what happened to my guy AE in that game is beyond me, but the Timberwolves do take the loss yesterday to the Chicago Bulls. 109 for the Bulls, 101 for the Timberwolves. The Timberwolves leading scorer last night was Anthony Edwards at 22 points, Rudy Gobert next at 19 points, Naz Reid at 14. Mike Conley had 19 points yesterday, 7 assists, 1 rebound. Mike Conley been turning it up a little bit lately for the Timberwolves. I think he is gonna be the difference maker. In my opinion, the reason the Wolves probably lost that game is because McDaniels didn't show up. If he give you his, 14 to 15 points, they probably win that game against the Bulls. But at the same time, you got to shut down the Bulls. DeRozan can't have 27, along with Caruso with 21, then 19 for Vujicic, 17 for White, 13. They just, no defense yesterday for the Wolves.
Yeah, I think they put a lot into it. I think they put a lot into beating them Nuggets. You know, they did because they
got the Nuggets.
They did beat the Nuggets. You know what I mean? Which lets me know right there. I'm not concerned about them losing to the Bulls. You just beat the Denver Nuggets.
So it's like they getting up for the competition. Is what you feel.
That's right. And another thing is, we can't say if Murray wasn't in because Cat wasn't in. Don't neither one of them have the best man. You know what I mean? I think Rudy is a problem for Jokic. I think it's a problem.
I
for
agree.
him.
Rudy and from that game, we don't have that on our itinerary. I didn't put that up, but from that game, the Timberwolves versus the Nuggets on Friday night, Rudy Gobert and Naz Reid gave fits to Nikola Jokic. They two long guys like that. That's the only thing that I can see giving Joker problems in the playoffs, but it ain't a lot of teams built like that. It's just pretty much the Timberwolves.
Which that's why I said the LA should never give it to White. You know, man, you know what? AD do a good job of playing center, but we know he's power forward material. You know what I mean? We know as a power forward, there's no one stopping him on the floor. He does a hell of a job being the center, but give us a 7', 7'1" big man with some defense, and you don't can move some bodies around and give us some rebounds and some buckets. I think it's gonna be a real deal problem for any team we run across, because for one, we actually got a big man, and you're not stopping AD under no circumstances. Ryan, you still got Rui, then you still got Reeves, you still got D-Lo if he comes out. You know what I mean? So we got a lot of firepower over there. We just, like I said, I think give us a good a real big man, and I think we unstoppable. But back to this, I think that Minnesota has Denver Nuggets number.
They could. Minnesota, Minnesota is the best matchup to the Denver Nuggets, if you ask me. If the Denver Nuggets see OKC at some point, I'm taking the Denver Nuggets all the way. I just think they'll smoke OKC, especially from the inside.
OKC?
Yeah, Denver Nuggets versus OKC.
What about the Timberwolves?
Yeah. That's what I was saying. I think the Timberwolves could get the Denver Nuggets too. But if you're talking about the second best team in the West, though, is OKC. I think if the Nuggets see OKC, they easily beat OKC. OKC just don't got nothing for Joker.
Oh yeah, they easy.
That's what I'm saying.
They easily beat. Oh yeah,
Chet, he too little, man. He fell on the floor yesterday and was almost out for the season. If you ask me, he just waiting for somebody to hit him hard and knock him out the game for the season. He just too little.
Chet ain't nothing but skin and bones, baby.
Yep.
Skin and bones, man. I agree with that. They need some real deal muscle on that team, man. But other than that, for some running, they can run. They just need to muscle up. They need some protein shakes in them.
Right. I know that's right. Well, that's pretty much our NBA weekend. The Wolves do lose that game yesterday. And we are back. This is a Monday, man. We made it to Monday. The Grindtime podcast. Check us out Monday through Friday. 7 a.m. Central Standard Time. This was our first live edition of the program, but it won't be our last. You didn't know that, did you?
Got me.
Yeah, we live. Well, signing off. It's the Grindtime team. I'm Baldhead, this DB. Till tomorrow, y'all. Peace.
Peace.